Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we discuss everything relationship. I'm your host, Franca. On the show today, we'll be discussing when to stay and when to walk away in a relationship. On the show today with me is Jacinta Paul, our marriage and relationship counselor, Tommy Akim Bobola, the Ondo State man, National Key Account Officer, Abi Account Manager with Nigerian Bottling Company, and Uju Iwuchuku, who is also a lawyer, joining us on Zoom from Canada. Today, on the show, sorry, please note that you can share your story with us via our WhatsApp line 081 9038 4663. To join the conversation live, you can call us on 070 2500 7749 or 070 1424 2420. Please remember to subscribe on all our social media platforms. But on YouTube, subscribe at Official Upgrade TV and share our link why this is going on so that people who you feel can join in the story can be part of it and then call in to share the story. Please, please, please. We want to say something or go on a break or start this. I should go on a break?
Go on a break.
Okay. Please, let's quickly go on a break and we'll be right back. Thank you.
Stay tuned. Heartlines would be right back. Thanks for staying with us on Heartlines.
Okay, so today's conversation is a kind of very touchy one. It's a bit emotional and a bit sensitive. And we're saying, when do people walk out of relationships? When do you know? How do you know when to stay and when to work out? You know where I'm coming from. When do you tell yourself, you know what, it's time to leave? When do you tell yourself, you know what, just stay, it go better? Tommy, as the chairman of this today's episode, you grace us by explaining this and what you think about it.
Thank you. How do you know when to stay and how do you know when to walk out? I think it's an individual question. Okay, it's a personal question for whoever happens to be in that shoe. So you need to ask yourself, do you feel fulfilled in this relationship? Are you happy in this relationship? Do you feel stuck in this relationship? Do you feel valued in the relationship? Now, do you feel your values are aligned with your spouse or whoever you're in the relationship with is aligned? Do you feel respected? Do you feel heard in the relationship? All this put together would give you a visual and a better understanding to know if you understand that there's a problem in the relationship. Now, if you look at today's scenario, many people have gotten married and with 3 months, 6 months down the line, they're out of the relationship, even marriages. And then you ask yourself, why then did they get married in the first place?
True.
Why is it so easy to walk out of a relationship? I mean, a marriage or relationship, whatever, you had planned to be, together for worse. And then it becomes so easy to just walk out of it. I personally feel these people then sit down to understand why they feel they have a problem, which goes back to what I earlier, mentioned. Now, if you're able to ask yourself all these questions, you'll be able to get a direction if indeed you need to be in this relationship or you need to walk out of this relationship. Now, there are some major elements you need to highlight to understand if you should stay. Now, are you emotionally stable? Do you feel heard? When you speak and when you try to have a conversation with your spouse, is it a seamless conversation? Does he listen? Does he try to make it better, or he just tries to ignore? Now, in cases where you try to speak to him or you try to communicate and he's not interested, rather he want to keep malice, he doesn't want to make himself emotionally available, then I mean, you need to start, thinking about it and pulling back a bit. At least this way, you'll be able to highlight some elements that says that this person is not in this for you. So if you are able to see all this and you've asked yourself these questions and you're able to establish that indeed all these elements I mentioned are not available, then I think it's safe to walk away. However, however, if you ask yourself these questions, is he available? Yes. Does he listen? Yes. Is he emotionally available? Yes. Intimacy, is it there? Yes. Are your life aspirations and goals aligned with ease? Is it there? Yes. When you try to resolve issues, is it resolved constructionally, or you guys are unable to resolve it? Yes. Then you should give it a try. Then it's something that can, work.
Tommy, I think that you are saying the serious things.
Okay.
There are some silly things.
No. So what I'm trying to do is to put a direction before we now divert into.
So the truth is, first things first, the culture, because I'm thinking in a marriage, you're married, you have 3 kids, and he's not communicating. You're ticking the boxes. When you say, oh, you want to go, another time family go carry a load for head, come your house, say, is he paying school fees? Is he paying house? Wait now, is he paying school fees? Is he paying rent? He born outside. No, he born. No, when you say no, when you say he dey pay school fees, yes. He dey pay rent, yes. He born outside, no. Mind you, not be whether he carry woman, no. Now whether he born outside. So I'm saying it's one thing to say it's all this, but then there are other factors. That's in marriages, because in this part of the world, when it gets to that point, you see the family members coming in to say, no, it never reached like that, endure, Sometimes anyway, I get you, because before it gets to violence, these things, are already not there before it gets to violence. But Jacinta, what would you say?
Okay, I would say that whether you decide to stay or leave, it's not an easy decision to make, because it's not good. It's not just a one size fits all or one situation or just a choice that you make. You need self-reflection. You need honest conversations. You might even need professional help. It could be from your family, whatever, to get to that point to decide if I should stay or if I should go. And also, there's no right decision here. Yeah. Like I said earlier on, it differs. But I would say that whatever you choose or however you tend to calculate, like you just said, ticking the boxes and all of that. So however you tend to calculate to get to whatever, reason to stay or to leave, you should just make sure that the decision aligns with your core values. It harmonizes with your mental health. And then it presents some sort of peace and authenticity at the end of the day. As long as all of that you find those things in your decision, then why not?
Why not?
Then you go for it. But like she has rightly said, there's some factors, especially cultural factors, societal factors, family dynamics and so much more that greatly influence, if a woman or a man, decides to either stay in the relationship or leave the marriage. So we must always consider that as, especially in this part of the world where we see marriage as some sort of, key milestone to attain. So it's not easy, but I would say do it if you want to, if you can, and if it aligns with your values.
Okay. Hello, Ju.
Hello, Franco.
Hey, my bestie. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm fine. It's been such an interesting conversation. I think they've said it all. I quite agree that you need to have list of what you're looking for in the relationship and check the boxes to know, okay, does it must not be marriage, it could be boyfriend, girlfriend, it could be fiance and fiance, yeah. So just check and see, okay, do our values align? Are these deal breakers for me? Because I believe everybody should have what is like a deal breaker in a relationship. If this person crosses this boundary, then I'm done. That is it for me. And I think sorry, I've forgotten his name. Like you rightly mentioned, that it's like it's not one size fits all. It's an individual decision. So for someone, infidelity could be a deal breaker. For the next person, maybe it's not. But ultimately, I think it's you need to make sure the relationship is not stifling you. You're not losing opportunities. It's not affecting your mental health. And then you're not losing yourself being in that relationship and trying to make it work, because we get so consumed, especially back home in Africa, because of stigmatization. People will look at you somehow. Oh, you've dated so many people, you're a serial dater, or you've been in so many marriages. I think divorcees are stigmatized in Africa. So, but for me, I think everything, the buck stops at you. Like, what do you want? Don't look at the society. At the end of the day, everybody's going to move on and live their life. So what do you want personally? What are the deal breakers for you? And like I said, for me, your mental health, your emotional stability, and being your true self in a relationship, for me, those are like the core values that I would like to maintain in any relationship that I'm in. So for me, if I'm there and mentally I'm messed up, I'm losing opportunities, I'm not being myself, I feel stifled, then I'm definitely leaving that relationship. Those are the deal breakers personally for me. And of course, violence. I think that's a no-brainer.
Okay, so Uju, yeah. I'm still with you on this. Have you seen that story going around about the Equatorial Guinea guy? Uju, have you seen that story going around?
Oh, definitely.
I kept it for the day you will come on the show. Thank God you are here today.
Ebang.
The
champion. That guy is Uju, I kept it for you. We had a conversation the last time, and we're talking about communication in relationships. And you said, you know people who cheat, and they get to talk about it. Uju, from that point of view, this story, when we see 400 videos, and these videos are not my videos, Uju, you're laughing. Hey, God. Uju, did you see what that guy did?
Did you watch it? Yeah, I didn't watch it. No, I can't.
Uju, have you seen the videos?
20 videos.
Yeah?
Yes.
Lipo should allow Uju answer.
I've not seen the videos, but I've seen like thumbnails, like on social media, like screenshots and all of that from the videos.
So Uju, what would you say about that?
I think it's going to be very, very cringy for me.
So what would you say about that?
I think I actually read somewhere today where some celebrity in Nigeria was saying that the wife ought to forgive him and all of that he still respected her by not having a video of their intimate moments and all of that. But for me, this is like, in fact, red banner. Like, no, I don't know how that woman is going to come out of it.
No, but would you, if the guy explains to the wife? No, would you go on? Would you go on?
If you explain to the wife that, like, what is the explanation? We're not talking about one woman. We're not talking about 10 women. That over 400, like, I don't even know how many women in the 400 videos. No, this is next level.
But if he's honest about it, if he's apologizing honestly about it, to say, you know what, na devil walk, Abi, that's how they say it. Na devil walk. Will you not forgive?
So, the last time we talked about, being remorseful and working towards, being forgiving and all of that. This is a very deliberate and intentional act by this man. Like, you not only that you cheated, you recorded it, and these are people that, like I think it was the president's daughter. Like, I don't even know. I don't know where anybody will begin to forgive this, because this is not just, something that happened once and then, you come home, you're remorseful, you're confessing to your wife. This was planned. He recorded I don't know. For me, there's no going back from this. The woman just needs to heal. He needs therapy. Okay. But for me, it's a deal breaker. No.
So this is enough for him. So you're saying this is
Because
enough for the wife to leave?
yes, it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
Because she has a daughter. For me, she needs to set a good example for the daughter. The videos are all over the internet. Like, what are you telling your daughter, that it's okay to take back this man that has disrespected you time and time again, that has ridiculed you, that does not even have respect for his office, for his colleagues, for his friends? For me, it's too much. It's insurmountable. Like, he did too much. I
Okay.
don't. They can be friends, because raising 6 kids together and all of that, they find a way to raise their kids. But
Okay.
I don't. She needs to set a good example for that one daughter that she has. Yeah, and
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know. I'm not saying she should do it for anybody apart from herself, but I think for her own mental health too, she needs.
Okay.
She needs therapy. She needs to heal completely, and she needs to sever herself from the relationship.
Okay.
That's
I
why.
agree with you.
That's my take on it.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. So Jacinta, this is a topic that cuts across everybody in a relationship, but I want to tailor it to marriage. Because naturally we always say relationship, it's easy to walk away if you're just dating. But with marriage, there are so many things involved. There are kids, there are so many things, families have been involved, memories and all. It's a difficult call to make, because over time you have shared so many things. I don't think it's easy for anybody. See, they said divorce is a very difficult. In fact, I was speaking to someone who said, I don't wish it for my enemy. Because I think there are a lot of
divorce?
Yes, divorce, because you're going to court, the drama, the trauma for the
Stressful.
children, the stress and all that.
Okay.
Do you think that's the reason why in this part of the world, do you think that's the reason why women stay or the men stay, or is something else?
Like I had said earlier on, people stay for different reasons, and what you might think as difficult, some people might want to do it 4 times. Yeah, you might think divorce is the stress, with filing for a divorce, going through the court proceedings, and so much more. Some people don't care. They might do it over and over again, and they're okay with it. They're fine with it. What you might think is stressful, or what you might think is difficult, you spoke about the kids, memories shared. Some people don't care about memories shared. They don't care about kids. They might be selfish, which is not bad. It might be about themselves, depending on how you see it. So what I'm trying to get here now is, there's no, it's individual, very personal decision that people make. But my own take is, if you're going to make it, think about it very thoroughly. It's not something you just jump in and jump out, because some issues could be temporary. Like, maybe you're upset now, you're angry. It might not be enough to walk away. It could be something that maybe over time, in 3 months, or in 4 months, you'll be fine with, you'll be okay, you can heal and move on. Like Uju was talking about deal breakers, So that's why you see the core values, before you even getting married, or while you're courting, you must always evaluate your core values and your long-term goals in a relationship. If you and your partners, these values are misaligned, maybe your family, your career, your lifestyle, if they are not together, if they are not in sync, there's no how there won't be conflict in the future. Or when someone is doing more than the other, putting so much more effort into it, when there's no equal commitment to making the relationship work. One will at some point in time feel resentment and feel angry, or feel being used or betrayed. So you see all these things are different reasons why conflict arise, and then most of the time these conflicts could lead to a divorce, or it could lead to settlement at some point. So what I would say is, yes, Nigeria is a place where it's not so easy for women to walk away. And I always say that financial have women not being able to be financially independent. It's one of the reasons why women stay. Not because of one of their kids, not because of their kids, not because of anything else. If you look at the root cause of why women actually stay with a cheating man in Nigeria, it's because of money. It's because of financial stability.
So, you said the cheating man.
Some women don't mind the cheating man. They like a cheating man.
That's what I'm saying. When
They
you say,
want a
you know,
cheating man.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
when he cheats, she wants something. I want a new car. You cheated. She won't say, you cheated. You cheated. Okay. I want $20,000. You cheated. I want to fly to, Sao Paulo, anywhere, and have fun. So you see, we take things differently. You might not want to take a cheating man. Some women already know the solution to a cheating man.
What's the solution?
That's what I'm saying. That's individually. It's individual.
Every relationship is unique.
It's unique to
yeah.
his own. So you might say, okay, let him cheat. That's fine. Even let him have baby mamas or whatever. As long as he's buying me flats in Ikoyi or buying me flats in wherever, doing whatever pleases you or you think is the solution to your healing. That's it. So you might think of it as taboo, never ever, but some people it's fine with them.
Okay.
Just like just like when you see relationships like the husband and the wife, they bring external people into their marriages.
Yes. Yeah, it
So
happens
marriage
a lot.
is what you make of it. Relationship is what you make
Spot
of
on.
it. There's nothing that says this is how it should be. Nothing at all. It's what the two of you come together to establish. That's what it is.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but I want your take on this,
Which one?
guys.
To be honest, I haven't watched it because those kind of things, I would have a very bad 1 month or two.
Okay. Why?
No, because I can't stand it. I've tried before in the past for such disturbing videos, and I know what it took a toll on my mental health. So I don't watch them. I don't look at them. I just read. So I've read it, and with what I've read is really bad. And to be honest, I don't know. I don't know. It's disgraceful. It's shameful. I don't know how if I was his wife or if I don't know where I'm going to start. I might think that I might handle it well, but I might not handle it well. I might see myself locked up in some psychiatric hospital because this is shameful. It is utterly shameful. Because why would you at least even keep the videos? So there's no how I can see. My brain cannot take it. I can't understand it. 400 and counting.
No, but what if the guy is sick?
Okay, then, you see, I'm not his mother, I'm sorry. I have no intentions of diagnosing anything because, see, this is way off my... No, even, see, but when we were practicing counseling, they always tell you the ones that are too much for you to handle, seek, kindly package the person to another person who thinks they can handle it.
And this is something you want to package?
I'll be packaged and send him somewhere else or someone to help him. It's just too much. I always feel, see, the consequences to everything that we do in life.
I agree.
You should know that these things you're doing, there are going to be consequences. What if this thing it's exposed and the public sees this? What we might, like you're not thinking about me. You're not thinking about our family. So am I going to be the one to not think about our family? No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Tell me.
It's quite deep, but I don't want to dwell on just infidelity. It goes way even deeper than that. Even emotional abuse can make a woman, feel broken.
Of course.
When a woman feels unheard, it makes a woman withdraw. And tends to even make a woman get depressed. Okay, like you rightly said, who knows? That man could be sick. Who knows? Maybe the woman is even aware he's sick. Because come on, I don't think it's possible for a man to sleep with over 400 ladies, and his wife would not have somehow, some way, picked it. It's too much, So back to the discussion. I personally feel, like you rightly said, it's a unique approach. Everybody can accept A, another person can accept B.
Yeah.
It depends on the person, which is why I said earlier, you need to ask yourself, what are those things you need to tick that aligns with your goal? Now, like I said, if it doesn't align with your goal, then maybe it's okay to walk away or seek counseling or self-therapy, because emotional breakdown goes way deeper than even this infidelity thing we're talking about. Because I don't want us to really focus on infidelity. There are a lot of things that can,
Also,
it's not just from the woman point of view as well.
Yeah, from the yes.
From the
Even
man.
from the man's
Yeah.
point of view.
Yeah.
Some women are very manipulative.
Very.
Very.
And men are unable to speak out because sometimes they don't want to speak to anybody. They don't want to speak to their family because you tell your family A today, they will always remember. You might forget.
Yes.
You will forgive, but they will never forget.
True.
And they will continue to use it to look at your spouse.
True.
You know, so men also suffer from this. Let's don't make it a woman.
Oh, it's
something.
not. We're not making. We're not
No,
doing
we've
that.
been focusing on.
No, we are not doing that. We just
We're not
spoke
gonna be
about. No,
sexist.
we just spoke about that guy's issue because the guy's trained.
Why didn't you mention a woman's issue?
Because the guy's trending.
We have a whole couple of you.
Mention it. So mention it.
I know they keep all this thing for him.
But we keep this one.
I tried to remember.
Also, but
something,
I
I'm not
agree with
remembering.
you that
No,
it's,
but yes,
it's not
of course,
one-sided.
at all.
It's in fact. So I was speaking to someone and I told them, I said, men just don't speak out. Some people think, oh, when we talk, we say 80% of women are going through a lot. Trust me, 80% of men
Yes.
are going through
are
a
going
lot.
through a lot. Men, they were that they beat for house.
Standard.
And even in those videos, didn't you see that there were a lot of married women there?
Yes.
Okay,
There are
so-
married women there
No,
too.
but guess what? In that video, if you notice that there were women, as in 2 women, they were the ones sending the guy their videos. So I think they heard
I'm not
about the
missing that
guy.
one, so.
They heard about the guy and
wanted
felt
to-
and wanted to do it. So I've had conversations with people where they said that man was the one that was used. The ladies were using the
using
man.
the man.
So that's why I
So
said
wait,
let's
what
take it
is he
from the
selling?
point.
Is
Good.
it- yeah.
So let's take it
He's
from
selling
the
what he has to give.
No, because if people are trying to identify him and
No.
say we want that person, so what is he
no,
selling
no.
then?
Guess what? He's a
What is-
very. I think he's the head of
Like
the
EFCC
in
over there in,
Over there.
no,
So he's
Guinea.
doing very well.
No, aside from that.
So he's
talking
not
about-
selling anything. So let me tell you what it is.
Okay.
They've heard that. Oh, he's good.
Good with what?
Oh,
The thing now,
the
the
thing.
couple now.
Oh, he's good.
Okay, get it now.
You need to go and watch.
I'm so slow.
Is it
okay.
10 yet? You need to go and watch that. You need to see what the guy carry.
Yeah.
Too much detail.
You know, but so I have some people who are saying the guy was used because he has a kind of disorder, and they call it
Sorry,
restless.
they said he has a disorder.
No, so some just in a
Yeah,
conversation.
when you're
So
diagnosing him.
there's a kind of disorder that is called I think HGD RHD. That's restless genital disorder
Yeah.
syndrome. Yes.
Or is
Okay.
a nympho.
Is a
Yeah,
so
more
it's
like
not,
it.
So they said it's restless. So when
Yeah,
you're
you're
restless,
restless, yes.
you understand,
Yeah.
you just begin to have erections and those kind of
Oh,
things.
really?
So
That one said
yeah.
gay?
So
Yeah.
there's a disorder like that. So in that group, they were saying that guy is sick. He has a kind of disorder, and the women were taking advantage of him.
I think I would agree to that to some
Which is
degree.
why I said his wife. I know
Yes,
about it.
yes, I would agree to that because with the way it's going, and you're
saw a
saying that people
video-
were sending videos to say,
Yes.
"Come,
I'm
let me."
available,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm available. So
I
yeah,
saw a video of the guy making out at the middle of the road.
Eh?
Yes.
What?
The middle of the road.
Then there's a
At
problem.
midnight.
oh no,
There's a
then
problem.
there's a problem.
So if you take it from that angle, he's sick.
Yeah, of course.
And the wife would not want to walk away from that kind of relationship because he's sick.
No, but it's not about not working away from. Now it's public. There are two different things when it's private and then something else when it's public. We react differently when something is private and when it's public.
Public, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might be okay. Now I heard that some woman committed suicide. Didn't
Yes,
she?
yeah.
Yeah.
I had
So
two
that's
of them.
So that's
two of them.
reacting differently when it's public and when it's private. When it's private, she loves it. She's engaging. But when it's public, she kills herself. That's reacting in two different opposites.
So one of the reasons we're having this conversation is because 400 women, it means 400 families
Yeah.
Damn.
have serious issues.
Yes.
Which is why I'm saying,
Yeah.
when do you decide? How do you know when to stay? Because the truth is, 400 women slept with one man.
That's deep.
It's deep. 400 women slept with one man. So that means 400 women are not happy or satisfied or going through something in their homes. They were married. I saw a pregnant woman.
That was his uncle's wife.
So
Wow.
there's a problem. So there's a problem in 400 marriages,
Or
400 relationships.
Yeah. Oh wow. This
So,
is
and that's
deeper
what I
than-
was saying. How do you decide, or when, or what makes you decide to stay, and how do you decide to leave?
I think this. Sorry to
Please,
cut you
let's
in.
quickly go on a quick
Okay.
break, and we'll take it back. We'll pick it from where we stop when we get back.
Stay tuned. Heartlines would be right back.
Life is made up of moments, some that lift us, others that break us. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we explore the beauty, the heartbreaks, and the incredible strength that every relationship brings into our lives. Friendship, marriages, partnerships, and everything in between.
Yes, say yes.
All the connections that shapes who we are today. Every week, we dive into the stories that define us. Stories of love, loss, heartbreaks, and healing. Real life stories from real people, just like you and I. Heartlines is where emotions meet understanding, and where we learn that we're never truly alone. Join me Mondays through Fridays at 9:30 p.m. for Heartlines, where we connect with every heart, one story at a time.
Thanks for staying with us on Heartlines.
Okay, so well, before we went on the break, we were discussing the Equatorial Guinea champion guy. Jacinta. So for I think the last two shows, we've been having guys, pop this thing. But today, I have my G in the building. So please pop so that, because Tommy has just been saying,
You want me to open it?
yeah, sure.
But
Tommy
there's
has
a man
been saying,
here.
no, Tommy has been
Men are
saying,
supposed to.
Ladies first.
ladies first.
Ladies first this
Yeah.
time around? Okay. All right,
Uju.
so where is it? Okay.
Hello, Uju.
Okay, when I come to Nigeria, it's the truckload.
Uju, say,
And
when you come to
bring
Nigeria,
for
what
me.
we go do for you even past this one? Because of you, what we go do, in fact, So Uju, I was going to ask, I was going to say, okay, you're a lawyer, and are you a family lawyer, or do you deal with things like
No.
this? Okay,
No,
okay.
I'm not.
But basically, I was going to ask that when taking this decision, do lawyers help decide on when to stay and when to leave?
No, a lawyer will not help you decide when to leave. I guess is when you've decided to leave or you're even considering the option, that's when you want to meet with a lawyer, especially people that, just spent a long time. That's for marriages, and you have common properties and, all of that. So it's kind of, it becomes very complex. You just walking away, you want to know what you're going to get, properties and even custody too, because couples there's always squabble over who will take the kids and all of that. So I think it's at the point where someone decides, okay, I want to leave this marriage. That's when you want to get a lawyer involved to know what your options are, especially in regard to sharing properties and all of that. I was going to say something when she was talking about the woman and Ebang's wife. You guys said that she's maybe he's sick. So for me, that it still boils down to communication and letting your spouse know what you're up to and actually being remorseful for whatever it is that you're doing. So even if he's sick, of course he knows what he's doing is not because he didn't make the videos public himself. It was discovered when they were came to search his house and all of that. So if he feels that he's sick, at some point, I think there's a point that you get and you recalibrate and be like, oh boy, waiting I did do like this, sleeping with all these people, and then you seek help. So if you had come to the wife before it got to this stage of exposing the videos and all of that to say, oh, I've done this and I've done that, and I think I need help. I want us to go to therapy. I want to make this marriage work. Then you can say, okay, fine. This is a man that, respects you, that values your opinion, doesn't want to see you get hurt and all of that. And he's willing to work on the marriage, but not because you've been caught. and then you're like, oh, I'm sick. People are trying to put a name to it and say, oh, okay, so please forgive me. I didn't do it on purpose. The women were seeking me out. I didn't know I had an illness. This is after the fact. So for me, that wouldn't fly.
Okay.
Because I don't believe that he's not ready to change. He's only saying whatever he's saying because he has been caught. If he wasn't caught, probably still be disrespecting her and sleeping with other women.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think I've answered your question.
Oh yes, you have.
About lawyers and
oh
getting,
yes.
yeah,
Oh yes.
involved.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
you have. So I have been married for 22 years, and I think at every point, because I don't think there's a perfect marriage or relationship. I think that at some point, when it gets heated sometimes, being with someone for so long, you would definitely have issues. Things would definitely come up, you know. And sometimes you're thinking, are you sure I should still stay with this person? You never see me finish. You know, things like that will come up. And it now depends on how much you're willing to take as a person. You know, it depends on a lot of things, external things, because it's not always about you as a person. Sometimes there are things you feel you can't take, but when you have the right support and you ignore, you just find out that you're doing well. It might not be the best solution, but really, there's no best solution. It's just what works for you.
Yes.
Sometimes leaving the marriage is not the best solution.
What works for
Sometimes staying is not the best solution.
you. What works for you.
You know, so it just depends on what works for you.
Exactly.
And at some point, you need to be selfish.
Of course.
Because I've had friends who have left their marriages, and I've asked them, you left? So, for example, you leave because your husband does something, and then you're with another man who is doing the same thing.
Based on what your
Based on why you
why
left
you
your
left,
husband.
exactly.
So, is it because you are in a marriage? That's why you can't tolerate it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen someone who left her marriage and was like, you know what? There was no point leaving.
Of course. Yeah.
There was
The
no
people
point
like
leaving
that.
because even the one when they're outside is worse.
Yeah.
You know, just like we had mentioned, you know, so at the end of the day, it's about you. It could just be that the reason why you're leaving could be an excuse for
Thank
a
you.
deeper reason.
Awesome. Yes.
Maybe you're yet to even identify, you know, what is the underlying issue with you. And then you're just using that
excuse.
as an excuse to leave.
Yes.
That's why when you go to you go to another man, or a man goes to another woman,
You have the same problem.
the same issue, and he's still there. And he's still there. Because maybe it's just somewhere, so maybe some other thing, or the chemistry, or the equation is also feeding or helping that deeper feeling, or that deeper hurt or pain, whatever it is underneath, you know, your skin. Something is maybe cooling it down or helping it grow, whatever. So that cheating that you're wondering, oh my God, but you left your wife because he was cheating, but this one is cheating as well. What's going on? I'm like, well, I'm okay, to be honest. So at the end of the day, there's no, people don't see, if you want to stay, you will stay. If you want to leave, you will leave. There's no reason to leave or to stay. It's a choice.
Good. So there's no reason.
There's no reason.
No reason to.
It's just you, because let me tell you, what you tolerate here, you'll not tolerate it somewhere else.
And what you're enjoying here,
You're not
You don't enjoy
you
it
will enjoy
there.
it somewhere else.
And again, you need to understand that it's not just about, there are many other factors that influence our decision as well. Maybe now you are with this guy who was cheating on you. Maybe he's
I
broke.
not get money.
That one said.
Do you understand? And then this other guy, he's
They
so
cheat,
wealthy,
but
but he's
money
cheating, but there's money.
So you
So
don't,
they
get
were your options. And it's okay.
So, but-
I'd rather cry in a Bentley than on a bicycle.
Jacinta.
Life no balance.
Life no balance.
I mean,
Jacinta has this way of bringing
Awesome.
some things that,
Spot on.
you know.
No, but it's true.
Spot on.
You
But
see,
then, if
there's
I may
no-
ask, why do some women stay in an abusive marriage? Now, in this case, we've seen a lot where the man is not even so financially buoyant, but they choose to stay.
Okay.
They get beaten upon beaten, and they keep trying to cover for the man. Why? I want to talk about it. Yeah.
Yes, let's talk
And we've
about
seen a
it
lot of
because
women
because
who
we're,
have
because
died
we're women.
eventually, who have
Okay.
died eventually from such abuse.
Okay, now it could also stem from
Fear.
could stem from fear and their nature of who they are. Some women are very dominating.
Some men.
Women,
Women, okay.
yes. So if the husband is beating them, they don't care because they've subdued him already. He's trying to escape. We don't look at it that way. Some men are beating the women to escape.
That's another angle again.
Yes, to liberate themselves. But the woman knows where she has pinned him down, so she doesn't care about the beating. We are the only ones seeing it as the man beating her.
Yes.
And you're wondering why she's
Yes,
not leaving.
Silent killer.
Thank you, but she's pinning him where she's put him where he wants. She wants him
another
to be.
perspective.
Why we the onlookers are thinking that this man is beating her? Why you not
He's an
leaving?
abuser.
No, she's there. She knows.
She
She's
does,
calculated.
exactly.
You know,
And what she needs is-
seen it from this angle before.
Yes,
yeah.
and what she needs is that man and where he is for her to function. Yeah, some people need to function in their full capacity according to where they are. If they're in a higher or anywhere else, they won't function. So you're seen as an abuse. Maybe she needs that to motivate
Motivate
her.
herself.
Interested.
Yes.
Beating as motivation.
But yeah,
so that's
different
one.
ways.
A friend of a friend, was sharing her story, and she's in a relationship. She's older than the guy. They have, I think, maybe 2 or 3 kids. The guy doesn't do anything at home. Doesn't bring it. The lady tries to pay everything. And then he's so bad-mouthed that he would abuse the woman. She's the one who pays everything, does everything, So one day, they were having this, thing, and the lady just got angry, got into her car, and almost ran the man down. She didn't know what she was doing.
Yeah.
But was there a reason why he was being abusive?
So there's some people naturally like
Yeah,
that.
because the man has realized that he's not caught up for a woman taking care of him.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know what they get into until they get into
Until they get into the marriage.
They might not. Some people cannot. Some people
don't
function well
respond
when
well.
the wife is
Yes.
taking care of them. When she's taking over, the home is under her care. You might think it's okay with you. So your friend is doing it, peer pressure, so you go and do it. Then you find out that I can't do this. You see yourself as worthless and so much more.
And then you're taking out
not
your
taking
anger.
on her by insulting her. Obviously not helping her. Grow. Of course, trying to pull her down in any way possible. Even if you know that she's taking care of you.
And because you feel that insulting her will make you feel better. You're insulting
Yeah.
her so that you feel better with yourself. After all, you see the lies you're telling to yourself, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're lying to yourself. Please, she's not doing anything. So you're insulting her.
Well, it's you actually.
It's
Yeah.
you that has the problem.
Yeah, it's you that's not doing anything.
Yeah, so
Not me.
not
The
you,
guy.
like the guy.
Yeah.
So she got angry, got into her car, and trying to run the guy. I said,
So he must have really pushed
At that point,
her.
yeah, she
At
was,
that point,
her mental
Really, yes,
mental,
that was her
status-
health was really shaky.
why I
yes,
mentioned the story
deteriorated.
was because of what she said. When she said that some women will push you to that point
Points.
where you become violent.
violent. They know why you are, because haven't you noticed that some people actually love violence? If the house is too peaceful, they don't like it.
They don't like it. They don't.
They don't
thrive
like
well
it.
there.
They like where everywhere's hot. They're fighting, insulting one another because that's what they love.
Or it
And
could
then-
be a background.
Oh yes,
Yes,
trauma.
family dynamics, of
Yes.
course, where they came from, or all of this could stem from different reasons. But what I'm just saying to you now, this is the end product.
Yeah. I've seen a situation where a lady says, "Man, I can't be with you. You're too
Quiet,
peaceful.
too gentle.
Yeah.
I can handle this."
Some people want that, and then you know what? Let me tell you something else. It also has to do with intimacy. There's a lining. There's a tiny line that draws from that violence to intimacy. Some people get. Okay, this is a nice show, isn't it?
Yeah.
So some people get aroused, and also can
They want to get giggy.
they come and they get satisfied, orgasm and all of that. If there's a fight before the sex,
Yeah.
like then so most of the time when they
Yeah,
want to
this
be,
is now only for film and it's
so most of the time, if they want to get aroused after they haven't for so long, they fight. So you see them fighting most of the time
And
every
then
week.
so that's
to
the
get
make out. They make out
so
sex.
some people live on that because that's the only time they get aroused.
Ah, would you?
That's the only time.
I think you agree with us on this.
So one of You know, men stay quiet a lot. Men,
Uju wants to say, wait, just hold your
Okay,
thoughts.
go
Uju,
ahead.
this thing, he strike Uju for somewhere. Uju, please, let's listen to you.
No, I just said that they say rumor has it that makeup sex is the best sex. I'm just concurring to what
well,
she's
I think
saying.
it is actually.
Yeah,
But there's a problem
then
when
that doesn't
that
mean
is what you
anyone
need
should
all
be
the
in a
time.
toxic
Yeah.
environment.
So that's
No,
the
no,
problem.
but
If you need
Not
it all the
fight,
time.
oh.
No, I'm talking about proper, even sometimes push and hit each other. Yeah, proper
No, but
violence.
Uju, I
sometimes.
think that, yes, it doesn't make it right, but that's what. So I think, when the guy is trying, so it depends on what works for them. But I've heard where, there's this passion that comes with the sex when
They fought.
the guy, when they fought, baby, are you still upset?
Allah, when I
Like,
say
would
that,
you-
now
like a
shades
team.
of grey. I wish I didn't
Uju, do you
And
agree with me?
that's why some people practice that as well.
50 Shades, yeah?
Yeah, BDSM, is that what
I
they call it?
understand.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Okay.
Yes, where they
Wiping
flog
and
it.
all that
Yes,
funny
that's
stuff.
the same thing, violence,
Okay.
And some people don't get erection or get all sort of any sort of arousement or orgasm if they don't go through those that sort of violent,
Baby, flog me.
act. Yes. No, I'm telling you.
Tell me, baby, flog
And
me.
it's so bad.
Now, wow. Some people to do. What about this Gabriel stuff we're hearing now?
Who's Gabriel again?
Gay.
Gabriel.
All this,
Oh,
Okay, so good.
I get it.
Uju, is it enough to leave your marriage if you find out that your husband is gay?
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Well, I'll still talk about deal breakers. And like our guest pointed out, it depends on what your values are. For me, I'm not homophobic. I just believe, live and let live, whatever works for anybody. But if I get married and they like, I believe you're heterosexual, you know. So it depends on the foundation, how we met and what you. Well, for me, I'm not talking about any other person. So if the foundation is right, like, oh, okay, I met you and you're not gay and all of that, and then along the line I feel betrayed, or you're going around sleeping with men, for me it's a deal breaker for me. But for some other person, it's people have agreements and say, oh, okay, I need to get married. There's pressure on me, but I'm gay, and maybe because he has money or he has. So it's an individual thing. It's not. It depends on who is on the boat and where the shoe is hurting you. If you feel you can't deal with it,
Okay.
if you feel it's a betrayal from what you guys started off with, then fine, you can walk away. But some people might still find out and choose to stay. Maybe they'll delude themselves, oh, I'm staying for the kids, I'm staying for, like it's an individual thing, really. I can't speak for anybody else. But for me, it's a deal breaker for me, because if that's not the premise with which I enter the relationship and I find out along the way that you're gay, I don't think I want to be in that relationship. Yeah, for
Okay.
me, it's a deal breaker. Yeah, but
Okay.
for some other
Okay.
person, they
Might
might
not
decide
be.
to stay for whatever
Okay.
reason. Yeah.
Okay.
Franca,
Okay.
something just struck my mind. I think a friend of mine mentioned it some time ago. Now, your wife is not available to give you sex. Okay? But you don't want to go outside.
You go rape him now.
And they rape wife. It's
See,
still called rape.
don't
oh.
you
It's
know?
rape.
Yeah, you
called
can
rape.
rape your wife.
You
For
can rape
rape.
your wife.
People
It's
rape.
called rape, but it's
In
called
fact,
rape.
it's
Yes,
called
it
rape.
is.
once
Yes.
there's no consent, it's rape.
Exactly.
Yes,
It's
it's rape. Because I know somebody who said that he starts to ask the wife for sex at 10 p.m. in the night,
So she
and they don't get
consent
to
it.
have sex until 2
2
p.m.
Oh,
That's 4 hours.
Come again.
2 a.m.
The guy told me,
Yeah.
he's my person, that he starts to ask the wife for sex at 10 p.m.
Okay.
and they eventually have sex at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
2
So that means
a.m.
it's
2 a.m. Sorry.
2 a.m. Okay, so he's
that's
been
4 hours.
he's
So
been
he's been trying.
cajoling.
So I now said, but that's not rape. That's not force, because she eventually agrees.
Agree,
Maybe
yeah.
she just like. He
Yeah.
said
Agreed.
the only reason they have sex is because he overpowers her. They've been struggling for 4 hours.
And eventually she got tired and, okay,
and say,
have him
just
away.
do it.
Okay. I think this is a
And
whole
Franca,
topic for another day.
that's
This
what we're
is a
talking
whole
about. So,
topic for
like,
another day.
let's say,
It's
sorry.
quite deep.
Yeah, Uju, you were saying
if
something. Yeah.
that kind of person now, if sex is important to him and he has to like wrestle the wife for 6 hours or how many hours to get it every day, and then tomorrow if he goes outside to have a side chick that, oh, it's easy for him to get it, that is where communication comes in. He can't keep wrestling her every day. They need to sit down and talk about it. They need to go to therapy, because at the end of the day, all these things, they build resentment, it builds up, and then you see the guy going outside, and then tomorrow the woman is like, oh, where did this come from? So everything is communication. If most men, sex is important to them in marriage. And if your wife is not giving it to you the way you want it, then you guys need to sit down and talk about it. Okay. And I know people that are in open marriages. If she now decides, babe, I'm not going to do this, you can actually go outside if you want to. Then if that's what works for them. But I don't think anybody should have to wrestle the wife for 6 hours anytime he wants sex. That's toxic, that's not healthy, and it shouldn't be tolerated in any marriage.
So, Tommy,
okay,
so you were talking about the gating. So, is it okay? What do you think about the lesbian thing? Would you be in a relationship with a lesbian?
So I don't know. For some reason, I just find it okay for ladies to be with each other.
You see, you people
no, hold on. I'm going somewhere. Hold on. There's no penetration. How man go to penetrate man? Think about it.
Women they penetrate, but we rubber.
I beg.
Oh, it's fun. So you see, men are very selfish.
No, so I don't have anything against lesbians, honestly.
Yeah, so why do you have something against gays?
Because I'm a man, man.
But guess what? I have seen men who would say, you know what, I don't have a problem with lesbians. I can even be with them, two of them and me.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So if you can't stand two men, why can you stand two women?
I think maybe it's the physique or what you're looking at. I think it's what you're looking at. When you see two men with grown ass chests.
Come on, man. Come on.
And if their chest is like Tommy's chest now.
And there's nothing sexual about it. It's all just wrong. I think it has to do with, first of all, your vision.
But there's some men you don't even know they're men anymore.
Okay, but no, wait, no. That's another. See, this is another topic, another angle now. It's a broad topic, guys. As in, if we dive in, we're not going to come out today.
I mean, and it's really getting wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is. But that can also be a reason why a woman will leave her home, and it's okay if she can't take it. It's okay if it's a deal breaker. Like I always tell people, before you get into anything serious or into marriage, talk to one another. Know your deal breakers. Know what you can accept or I can compromise on this. I can accept this, but this, no. And then it also shows the other partner that you're not desperate. It shows that you found yourself. It shows self-actualization, because it takes a whole while for you to understand what you want as a human being, what you can accept. So it's good to express these things as quick as possible in a relationship, so that he knows. So when you leave or when you walk away, either he or she walks away, you know that, he had communicated this to me earlier on. I know if I do this, it's done, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so Uju, your final thoughts before we go. We're running out of
time already.
We're running out of time.
Oh my God!
Uju, your final thoughts, please, before we run.
I would like to bring it back to the topic. We said when to stay and when to walk away for a relationship. So we've established that it's an individual thing. You know what your deal breakers are, what you will take and what you won't take in a relationship. And for me, it's making sure that your partner, your values should align, and what you want out of life, your goals, and then most importantly, communication. You need to communicate your feelings so that you don't build resentments. You keep piling up things or bearing grudges, and at the end of the day, it's you have so much resentment, and it messes up your mental health and all of that. So for me, communication is key, and then know when you're not being yourself, you're losing yourself in a relationship. How were you pre the relationship? How are you feeling now? If you're not feeling the way you were feeling before the relationship, then you know that there's something wrong. You guys can discuss therapy if it's if the other aspects of the relationship which you feel fulfilled about and you want to save that relationship.
Uju, you have plenty things to say. Uju, calm down. Uju, calm down. You have plenty things to say. Calm down. We will call you back again another day. Jacinta.
Just to wrap up, as a therapist.
I just want to say this, Franca, sorry. I just want to say that, it's not like walk away is drastic. Like, that shouldn't be the end. It's also okay to have a break. You guys can decide to just separate and see how you function without each other in your different spaces. So I just wanted to put that in. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Uju. Yeah,
Okay, so
Jacinta.
to wrap up, as a therapist, I would advise this exercise. So if you're thinking of whether you should stay or you should leave, just
Okay.
visualize your life without your partner.
Okay.
Visualize it. Is there a feeling of liberation or dissatisfaction, or would you be sad, or would you be vulnerable or lonely when you see yourself without this person, or will you, find some sort of freedom or excitement, potential growth? So try to visualize it. And then from there, I think it would help you to decide
Okay.
if yes
Thank
or
you.
not.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jacinta.
should do.
Tommy, yeah?
Spot on. I mean, I think they've said probably almost
Everything.
everything. But what's more important is for whoever involved should ask herself or himself: Are you fulfilled in this relationship? Are you getting the happiness you want in this relationship? Are you being heard in this relationship? I mean, if any of all these are not there, then
That's
I mean,
it.
because emotionally you need to be very strong. You need to, be able to stand on your own. Because eventually, if you lose yourself, then you've lost everything.
Okay. Tommy, thank you. After the show, we'll continue on this. So let me quickly wrap up.
All right.
Okay, so thank you very, very much for staying with us. It's almost time, so we need to go. Jacinta, thank you for being here. Tommy, we will see you guys every day. Please follow us on all our social media handles, platforms at Upgrade TV, on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere you see at Upgrade TV. Please follow us. And again, please remember that you can call our team or send an email to our team on our email address counsel@vodaconsult.com. Again, you can tell us anything. You can share any story with us. You can call in as anonymous and say anything to us. You will not be judged. Thank you very, very much.